Hey folks, this is Vent with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly review Flotsam. This is a game that you can find on Steam's Early Access program for about 25 bucks. That means that everything that you're about to see here, including this review, is subject to change. So, what is Flotsam? Well, I covered this, I think it was roughly 6 to 8 months ago, and in that game, at least in that build, it was sort of like FTL in the sense that you started on a left side of the map and you get to choose where you want to go to next along this branching set of paths. Well, it looks like the developers have reworked that a bit, and now you've got this open world map in which you can travel to freely. So if you want to go right, then you want to go up, then you want to go down, you go left, you can do that. On this overworld map, you're going to have various resources floating around, and that's the name of the game. Flotsam is a game where you start off with this little dinky tugboat. It's not so dinky, but you're going to be tasked with keeping these crew members alive. You start with 3, and you can see their skills before you go, and you can even re-roll them in case you don't like what you start with, kind of like in RimWorld, where you can sort of customize your starting characters a bit. But in Flotsam, you're going to be using the resources that you collect from the water in order to expand your boat and make, various production chains. Like you'll need this workshop to produce firewood, and that firewood is then used in the distiller so that you can make water. And then as far as food is concerned, there's little fishing spots that you can find on the overworld map when you bring your tugboat over to it. And assuming you've got a little fishing boat add-on onto your little boat, you can then fish, for this, fish. It's weird, I know, verb and noun. Anyway, so once you get the fish, you're going to have these drying racks where you'll put the fish and they'll dry, and then you can use that for food. And that's just the beginning. There is a technology structure that you can research, or that you can build, rather, where you can research new things. Now, I will say that the content in this game is fairly light at the moment, meaning that if you spend maybe 3 to 5 hours playing this straight, you'll probably see everything that there is to see. Again, the gameplay loop is you've got this overworld map. Okay, I need wood and plastic right now, so I'm going to bring my tugboat over to it, and I put a buoy down, a gather buoy, and my people will jump into the water, collect the resources, bring them onto the boat, and then using those resources build up stuff. Okay, I'm out of wood and plastic again, but there's no more wood and plastic floating nearby. I'm going to set a course over here. Oh, I'm out of fuel for my boat. So now I have to build this oil refinery, where I'll be melting plastic into oil, and then that will fuel my boat so I can travel more on the overworld map. Okay, so now I've got oil, my boat is full of fuel now. Now my boat's engine is damaged, so now I gotta repair that. Okay. Okay, now my people need somewhere to sleep. Let's go ahead and build them some little beds. Okay, great, did that. Alright, now I'm gonna move my boat over here. Oh, it's an island. It's a little mini island. I'm going to loot everything on that island. That might be metal, and metal is kind of precious because you'll need it for building those boats that I was talking about, those little boats that you'll be using for fishing. For your research building, that needs metal. You can get books, and books is your research technology income in this game, so you'll need like 32 books to research the desalinator or something like that, which is like an advanced water generating building. So you'll need 32 books. So you'll be traveling to different islands and getting these books from these islands. So you're going to be looting like 4 or 5 different resources from various places, the water, islands, what have you. And again, building up your boat and trying to survive. Again, the game is fairly light in terms of content. Like I said, it's not Raft at all. Raft is more of a first-person, single-player survival game that I could spend months playing at a time because it's just a lot of fun. The income generating is a lot more slow. It's more grindy. This game, things happen more quickly. You've got more crew members. You can even find more crew members than the original 3 you start out with. But again, the more people you bring on board your boat, the more mouths you have to feed and the more water you'll have to make in order to sustain them. But the basic water structures in the beginning require someone to constantly be at the station to, make the water. It's not like I'm throwing wood into a machine and boom, out comes the water. No, people actually have to work at this building to make the water, or to chop wood, or to cut up food into little bits that your seagulls that you find can eat, different things like that. So you're gonna need more people at some point to work all of these different stations. You can keep with 3 if you want to, but you kind of have to micromanage. I will say that there are some issues with this game, namely the AI. Sometimes it'll get a little wonky. I'll queue up something at a crafting station and no one will go and do it. Or sometimes no one will go and make water, despite the fact that there's a clear path to the water maker building, and I've got firewood for the building. It looks like everything's okay, but for whatever reason the AI doesn't for whatever reason can't get someone over there to do it. Or maybe there'll be 2 people working on that building when only 1 is needed, so it's just now my worker is just being wasted on this building for no reason. So the AI is a little wonky. The crew is just sometimes really stupid, and, you know, sometimes they won't even eat or drink. So yeah, these are bugs that definitely need to be ironed out in early access. So I will say that it's a cool game if it gets finished. This game has been in development for, like I said, 6 to 8 months at this point, possibly longer. Steam says that it released on September 26, 2019. So it's been, it's been a little over a year, I want to say, since the game has entered early access. So whether or not you trust Pajama Llama Games, which I have no history with them, so I can't tell you if they're reputable or not. I'm hoping that they finish this game at some point and make it better than what it is. There appears to be a roadmap. There appears to be things going on. But it seems like development is slow for some people to handle. Like, some people don't like the speed at which they're releasing content. And I can understand that, considering that this game is priced at $25. Had this game been priced at, say, $10, $15, I'd be like, yeah, I think it might be worth the purchase because, even though development is slow, the price is reasonable enough for the content that there is. Whereas at $25, now you're getting into, okay, the developer better be publishing content at a semi-decent rate, and it doesn't appear like they're doing that. At the same time, the game is kind of fun. I'm enjoying myself. I enjoy playing it. But there are some bugs with the AI, and there's not a whole lot of content right now. Researching everything is just, that's not going to take you very long to do. Just going around getting the books, making sure you've got enough fuel and food for your people and water, and that's the general gameplay. So it's overwhelming at first, and then there's a grind to get everything that you need to get. And then once you have everything, it's like, well, there's nothing else to do, So it's up to you on whether or not you feel this is worth getting at this point in time. Maybe wait for a sale, or maybe wait for the game to be finished out of early access. But Flotsam, it's not bad. I think it's overpriced for what it is right now. But, it could be something great. I enjoy what the game is doing. I just want more. If you guys haven't already, subscribed to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I happen to publish. This is Vince, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.